Hello crafty friends, and welcome to the start of a new series on my channel. So this morning I was sifting through my coloured cardstock drawers. So these are all bits of solid coloured cardstock, and I pulled out all the scrappy bits of paper that have been cut down from larger bits of paper. And I thought I'd do a bunch of videos in which I use these scraps in different ways to give you lots of ideas on how to use up your coloured scraps. So I've recently bought a set of dies that cut out parts to make fuchsia flowers. And I bought that because it's one of my mum's favourite flowers. So I thought I could make some cards for her. And I've cut the pieces from some of those scraps of coloured cardstock because this makes colouring die cuts really straightforward. So for these bits that are the top petals on fuchsias, I'm going to add some pink ink. This is picked raspberry distress oxide, and add some shading to the bottom parts. So that's a very quick way of making it look like I've beautifully blended two colours. If you're not sure where to add shading on die cuts, find a photograph of something that's similar to your die cut or your stamped image, and have a look where the shadows are, and that should help you figure out where to put your shading. So this is the kind of skirt, I guess, of my fuchsia, and I'm adding wilted violet to this one. I cut this from a purplier pink than the top petals. I'm sure there are proper scientific names for these, and I should know them really. My mum used to run a little home grown nursery where she sold fuchsias she'd grown from cuttings, and I've got fond memories of hanging out in the greenhouse with her, pricking out seedlings and dipping cuttings into rooting powder, etc. So as I say, I should know, but I can't remember. So this petal thing I've cut from a purpley piece, but they will all work together nicely like that. I could add a little bit of purple shading just to the edge of this, because there'll be some of that purple reflected. So this is another one. This has only got one skirt, so I've cut a purple skirt and I'm going to colour it with wilted violet. I could add a little bit of picked raspberry as well, and I'll do a little bit of wilted violet on the middle around here. And I've got a couple of buds that haven't popped open yet, so we'll add a bit of, I put the wrong colour on that, but never mind. We'll add a bit of picked raspberry / wilted violet to the bottom. Could go up the sides a bit, give it some definition. And there's a little one here, not sure how many of these I'm going to use, but starting with coloured cardstock makes colouring quick and easy. I've got some leaves as well, so I've cut these from a fairly dark green. I've got evergreen bough. I can go around the edges adding a little bit of shading. You can put them on a mat or a photopolymer grip mat or something and go around the edge, but with fiddly things like this I find it easier to hold them and just swipe my finger dauber. Could go for a darker green, I'm just wondering. I'll try a bit of pine needles, might show up a bit better. There's also these little bits that the flowers are attached to, so I'm going to add some pine needles towards the bottom. Right, let's do some assembling. So I like to colour before I assemble, but I can also colour after if I need to. I'll put a little bit of glue on my mat and take the pieces, dip them in, tap them off to get rid of any excess, and then put them together. So that's that one assembled. And now this one, this bit goes on top of this, and this bit goes on top of that. Now I'm going to start sticking everything onto the branch that I've die cut from brown. So put some glue on this bit here and tuck it between the back bit and the bit that's on top of the back bit, if you see what I mean. And I'll dip that in there, and we'll have that hanging down from there. I think I might take that off, it's not quite in the right orientation. And I'll just add this leaf up here, curving downwards. I've got my bud and my two flowers hanging down, and I'll just put some more leaves on. I think it might be easier at this stage to put your branch on a card and then add your flowers, but I'm doing it this way today. So that's all stuck down now. I'm going to add the bits that stick out the bottom, the reproductive organs. I'll put some glue on the back. I think the easiest way to do this is to flip it over and lay them on the back. And now I'll add a little bit of picked raspberry to the bottom of these to give them some dimension. And now we can work on the card. This is a 4 by 6 inch card blank made from smooth white card, and I've run another piece of card through an embossing folder, 3D embossing folder, and I've mounted that on another piece of card to give it a border. Before I stick my flower piece down though, I want to give it a little bit of dimension. So I've got a piece of foam here, and I'm going to press down, just got a bit of glue on the end of that, press down in the middle of the leaves to curve them backwards a bit, and I'm going to flick up some of the ends of the petals, but press it down around my finger like that so it's slightly rounded. I think I'll use this carefully to shape the bud a bit, and to help maintain that shape I'm going to mount it using some foam tape. The foam tape is going in the hollows that I've just created. I don't think every leaf needs tape. Now we'll add some glue to that and to the stem, I think. Please excuse the aeroplane flying overhead. So I can just gently place that where I want it, about there I think, or maybe there. And then press everything down. For my sentiment, I've got a stamped and die cut hello. Very simple, just pop it up there. I think that's a nice little corner. And you know what this is missing? Shimmer and shine. So I'm just going to spritz from high above the whole thing with a white pearl shimmer spray to give it a white pearl look. That might reactivate some of the distress oxides, but that's okay. Once this is dry, I could go in with, say, some coloured pencils and just add a little bit more detail to some of the colouring, but I think that'll do as it is. So that's the card finished, and we've used coloured paper scraps to create die cuts that are quick and easy to colour. If you want to see more coloured paper scraps ideas, then do subscribe and ring the notification bell, and I'll see you back here very soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.